Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading. We're going to see what the message is for you guys. Now, remember, just take it how it resonates, okay? Not every message may resonate. Not every part of the message may resonate. That just means it might be for someone else, okay? It could be past, present, future. You will know best where this fits in the story for you, okay? How this fits on your timeline. Now, I made a mistake in the last reading with Aries. I mentioned a song and I actually looked it up and it was the wrong song. So I talked about a song by Adventure Club, but it wasn't Gold. It was actually a remix from Adventure Club and it's called Flight Facility. It's by Flight Facilities. It's called Crave You. That's the song. And it was about someone dripping in gold or wanting to drip in gold or wanting to have a lot of money, I guess, okay? And that reminded me of that song, but when I went back and looked at it, I was like, that was the wrong song. But it was because, I mean, those songs are so old. They're from my teenage era, so I forgot which song it was, but yeah, that's the song. That's the right song. I don't know, maybe that's significant for someone here, okay? That's a good song. So let's get into it, guys. Collective. Welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you for all the likes, all of your nice comments. Let's see what's going on here in the collective. What does the collective need to know? Holy angels. What is the message for the collective? Let's see. Oh, what I wanted to say, guys, if you're interested, my personal readings are open again, okay? So if you want to book a personal reading, that is down in the description box on my website, okay? So let's see, what's the message? 10 of Cups, the Moon, and the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Wands again, which is funny because when I got that song, Crave You, in my head, this is who came out in Aries reading, okay? So let's see, something about a family secret, the Moon, or something that they've tried to keep hidden. Somebody has tried to keep something hidden here. 8 of Pentacles, about working on something, or something about a job maybe, or what somebody was trying to master here. Okay, I just got an energy, strong energy. This could have something to do with family roles or a deep, like it's like a need. It's giving me like a primitive need of some sorts, or let's say like a desire for a family life, okay, to have a family. This is giving me like when someone grows up all their life and all they see or envision for themselves is having a family one day, okay? It's like, I know what I want to have a family, I want to be a family, okay? This could be somebody's like deep desire, like this, like it's a deep wish, like the moon is, the moon is even giving me like a feeling of like yearning, like a deep yearning for a family, to have a family, to feel like a family. Okay, what's the 10 of Cups? Which I'm gonna tell a personal story here really quick, because this is what this is reminding me of. So I have someone that's very close to me, and their family dynamic, they came from a divorced family, okay? Yeah, so their parents ended up divorcing, and this person deeply, deeply, deeply wanted to have the sense of family. Now, I don't even feel like it's something conscious. I feel like it's more subconscious, that whenever the divorce happened, which happened as an adult, okay, when this person was an adult, they ended up really like wanting to replace that, okay? Replace that negative memory of the divorce of their parents, wanting to replace that with their own family. So this person ended up looking for stability, okay? And they ended up with a guy who maybe wasn't the healthiest partner, okay? And now they're in a situation where they have 2 kids with this person, and it's not the ideal family, but it's like this person chases that idea. So somebody here, for this person in particular, it's like they romanticize the ideal of a family life, right? So they ignore the fact that their partner has a lot of issues, isn't very caring, isn't very respectful, isn't necessarily, I don't know how to say this, like an upright person, okay? They struggle with addiction. They have 2 children together. It's not ideal, okay? But they like force it, right? They're forcing this dynamic because it's like, well, I've always wanted to have a family. This is what this is giving me a little bit. It's like this deep yearning to have a family, and then romanticizing the idea, and then just neglecting the unhappiness in the dynamic because the yearning is bigger. It's like, well, I don't want to lose this because then it's like they don't want to relive the trauma, right? So this is somebody that didn't fully heal or fully deal with the divorce, I guess you could say, or the trauma that is there from a family that is very broken apart and spread apart, right? So they're like trying to replace it in a way. But this person, they also don't really see that the dynamic that they have created for themselves isn't necessarily healthy, and probably will end up like ending the same way that the parents did, right? Because it's trying to force something that doesn't work because you're romanticizing this idealistic family, right? Coming from a place of like a wound, feeling that lack of stability, so you're trying to replace it. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting here, okay? That's what this is reminding me of. Tell me about this 10 of Cups. Yeah, Judgment. Okay, yeah. Temperance. Judgment and Temperance when it comes to family. The 7 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. Oh man, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It's like Judgment, Temperance, and the 7 of Swords. Like these cards, these energies do not fit together at all. And really, like this again is giving me this idealized, romanticized vision of a family. Like if I have a family, I'm going to be happy. My life is going to be balanced. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to feel at peace. I'm going to, this is what I deserve. It's going to be perfect. That's all I need to have and feel fulfilled in life, right? But it's like the 7 of Swords is that energy of like, and I will force it if I have to. Like I will force it, okay? It's like, it doesn't fit. The 7 of Swords just does not fit on this energy at all. It's like I will force it, I will steal it, I will manipulate it if I have to because I want this family. And it's like again, this person, like I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to give too much away about, what I've seen like with people in my personal life, but like these kind of people, like they'll force it in a way like making decisions that aren't necessarily for their highest good, like being in the middle of college, like not even having finished college, and then purposely getting pregnant because you desperately want to have this family, or you just want to create this life, and it's like you don't have patience, you don't want to wait. It's like begging for a ring, begging for a marriage because you feel like you want to finally, it's like no longer seeing who you're actually with or who you're creating this family with, because all you're thinking about is, well, I just want to get married and have kids, and then I'm going to be perfect. It's going to be the perfect life. No longer paying attention to, is this even a healthy relationship? Is this even the person I want to have kids with? does this person even really want that with me? Or am I kind of forcing it on them? Like, it always kind of gives me trying to fit like a circle into a square hole and like really trying to force it in there, because it's like, well, if we just get married and have kids, then we'll be a family and we'll be happy. And then, it doesn't always work out that way, because sometimes you're trying to force it. Like the Eight of Wands is a lot of force. It's like right now. It's like, I want it right now. I need it right now, right? I'm going to force it. I'm going to put all my energy and concentration into it. Even if I'm, still in college and I have all this work to do. Yeah, I'm going to get pregnant and have a newborn at home. It's like making those kind of decisions because you feel like you need it right now. It has to be right now. I have to force it. I have to even maybe like, manipulate someone into this dynamic with me by, some people like they'll just get off birth control and it's like, oops, I'm pregnant. And it's like, that wasn't really planned, but it's like somebody that's trying to force this family ideal onto their partner of like, now we're going to have a baby and now we're going to be a family. And it's like, are you even ready for that? But they're not thinking that far. All they're thinking in their head is like, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect. This is going to be ideal. This is going to balance everything out in my life. And when I finally have a child and a family and a husband or a wife, I'm going to feel whole again. I'm going to feel safe again, stable again. And it's like, what are you trying to replace that with? Because I feel like most people that run into this kind of chasing after this come from broken families, right? They come from family dynamics where there was divorce or there was some sort of like, I want to say it must come mostly from like divorces or like a family being torn apart in some sort of way where you're now lacking that feeling of family. It's like not there anymore. So you seek it somewhere else because you have, especially maybe with divorce where you idealize how it was when your parents were together or when you were all a family still, and now that's no longer there. So then you might seek to replace that with your own partner, with your own children, but it just doesn't like... Some people then kind of lose sight of like, who am I doing this with? Is this even the best person? Or am I forcing this on someone where in the long run, it's going to end up the same way that it did with my parents, because we're going to end up getting divorced because actually it doesn't even really fit, right? But I'm like, I hope you guys know what I mean, okay? This is just something that I've seen a lot, like in like, people around me or how other people deal with situations like this, like when they're running away from pain. Like the one person that I saw go through this, for me, it was really clear that the way that they were doing it, it was because they were running away from pain. It was like someone that this person never really fully dealt with the divorce of their parents. They just wanted to ignore it and pretend like it never happened, and then just go into the relationship and just recreate it as fast as possible to like fill that hole, I guess you could say, right? And pretend like everything is happy. Like this is someone that it's the strangest thing, because sometimes, I look at it and it's like, this person doesn't realize that they're literally reliving the marriage of their parents, right? In a way, like that's the generational thing right there. It's like, but whatever. I don't know why I'm getting all this, okay? But someone here might be dealing with this or dealing with someone that is like this, okay? Because that's what I'm getting. It's like this deep yearning for, I just want to be a family, have a family, and when I have that, I'll be happy. And it's like, that's not where it is. That is not where the happiness lies, because if you're not happy by yourself, you're not going to be happy when you have kids, when you have responsibilities, when you have a family, when you have a husband or a wife. It's like running away from loneliness, okay? Or running away from a void that you feel when it comes to stability in home life, right? Because a lot of us, well, not everybody, it really depends. I can't speak for everyone, okay? Because not all of us had a level of stability in childhood. Okay, so that will depend on whoever you are, but for some of us in the collective, okay, it's like when you think about growing up, you think about your childhood, or you think about a parent. It doesn't have to be both parents, but maybe one parent that you were closer to. You might look back and feel like a sense of, back then I felt safe. Back then I felt stable. Like when I was in my family, or when we were a family, it felt safe, it felt stable. And then as an adult, of course, you're like looking to kind of recreate that feeling, right? But you're not a child anymore, so you're not able to really ever achieve that feeling again, because your parents, your partner is not your parent, right? You can't ever really feel like you were a child ever again, because as a child you felt like someone was taking care of you and you were just safe all the time. But especially if you had moments like that, and then in your childhood there was a divorce, or there was instability, or that feeling of stability was lost somewhere along the way in some sort of way, it leaves a void. It leaves you feeling like, I feel so unstable right now. I just feel like I don't have that anymore. And then you look to replace it, okay? And for some people, it's hard to deal with that, right? It leaves like deep fears. It could even leave like deep fears of abandonment, wounds in the family. I mean, the moon is like, Cancer, it's feminine energy, nurturing, motherly energy. Like, I feel like someone here is dealing with a wound, like a deep wound tied to family, okay? The Six of Cups, childhood, the past. Somebody here is dealing with a wound from childhood, or this is exactly what I was just talking about too. It's like somebody looking back at the past, and the moon is all about like your deepest feelings, your deepest emotions. It's like the subconscious, right? It's like, it's really giving me yearning, like somebody here, and I don't even know if this person is doing it consciously, if they know that they're looking for a feeling that they felt a long time ago, and they're looking to replace it. But it's like, I feel like for this kind of a situation, the healthiest thing is to find closure with it, that you will never feel that way again. Okay? Because if you're looking to replace it, you're not going to find what you're looking for, because it's like it's something from the past. It's something from childhood. But things change. We get older, and things are never going to be the same. We cannot recreate the past. And sometimes people get hung up on that, right? They get hung up on the past and how it felt back then, and then they try to recreate it. And that's also a thing with like a lot of abusive relationships or toxic relationships, is people think about how it was the first year, the first 2 years, and they're like, oh, it was so nice back then. And then they spend the rest of their relationship trying to recreate how it felt back then. But things are different now. Like, things change and people change, and you can never recreate the past, right? We can only create something new for the future, and kind of, we have to release that holds us back in a lot of ways, right? It's really important to stay in the now and how things are right now. We can never recreate the past. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here is really holding on. Someone here is really holding on, and this is what I mean with the closure, right? Someone here has definitely not found closure. They're still holding on, and it has something to do with safety, stability. And this is someone that, wow, the sun just came out, okay? This is somebody that is clinging on to a feeling that they had in their childhood, or that they had in the past, wishing that they could have it back. And it really feels like this person hasn't quite grasped the concept of like that cannot be recreated. Like, it's never coming back that way. This is really hard to explain. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. The Ten of Swords. Oh man, and it's even like holding on to pain from the past, which is even worse, right? This is even like, it's not just even, somebody here is holding on to feelings of pain and nostalgia, and they're not letting go. Someone here could not find closure. Yeah, 10 of Cups. This is about family. So whoever this is, they have a really deep family wound somewhere when it comes to their parents. I feel like it's parental. It's parental in some way, okay? If it wasn't your parents that raised you, there's something, well, maybe if your parents didn't raise you, then yeah, it's like there's a family wound here and it's deep. And someone here is holding on to the pain and they're holding on to nostalgia. And it's like someone here they feel like they can't be happy in the now. Somebody is sitting there and thinking about like what they've lost or something that really hurts them. And they're thinking about the past, and somebody is stuck in the past. Like someone here cannot find closure. I don't know. And I feel like the way that they're trying to find closure is by forcing situations in their life that they feel like should make them feel better or act as a replacement. And sometimes there are things like, there is something called like replacement therapy, but this kind of a situation, I feel like you cannot replace things that hurt you or nostalgia or memories from the past with new situations that like parallel that, because there's no parallel. Like you're never going to find a replacement to a family wound. You can't just get married and have kids just for the sake of thinking it's going to make you feel better that you don't feel that way about your own family anymore, right? Or you lost that with your own family. That kind of a replacement, it just doesn't work. And I feel like someone here is doing that because they're holding on to a lot of pain from the past and a lot of feelings from childhood that they miss or that they wish they could have back. And it's really sad because I feel like someone here is just not focused on what they have now. They're not focused on their life now. And it's almost like they can't be happy with what they have. They can't, yeah, because it's never going to feel like what it was. And it's just kind of sad. I don't know. This person might need to talk to someone about that. What's the Eight of Pentacles? The Ace of Cups. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, they want something new. This is what they're working on. It's like they want a new beginning, or they want this Ace of Cups really is giving me a replacement. Like this is what they want. They want the replacement. They want to find the one thing that's gonna make it feel whole again. It's like they're looking for the ace that's gonna make them feel whole again. And the thing is that this person, whoever this is, doesn't realize that it has to come from them. Like they don't feel whole. There's nothing outside of them that will give them that feeling if they don't feel it all by themselves. Like there's something in them that's fragmented in their soul it feels broken. And there's nothing, there's no man, there's no child that can come along and make you feel whole. And that's the truth, okay? Like you can have children and you can have partners and they can, bring a lot of happiness and joy to your life, but they're not gonna make you feel whole again. If there's a deep, deep hole that's missing, right? Someone here has not found closure. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Empress in reverse. It could be a mother wound. Yeah, it could be a mother wound. A mother wound. Which, if this is a feminine energy that's going through this, if you have like a mother wound in any which way, there's so many different kinds. Like, I'm not a therapist, okay? But that, and then you have children, that can make it hard as well to like feel like fit to the role, I guess you could say. Like grown into the role. Oh man, this is hard. Okay, this is a pretty deep reading. I was not expecting that. Tell me more about this Ten of Cups. The Eight of Swords, I'm telling you, somebody here is so trapped, stuck in their head. This is where they're stuck. Somebody here is very stuck on a family wound and a family ideal. Like, and them feeling trapped in their head, I feel like is this illusion that they need a family to feel whole and happy. Like, it's like, as long as I don't have that, I'm not going to feel good. I can't feel good, which is like the perfect recipe to never feeling happy in your life. Okay. Three of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's this confusion here. Confusion surrounding, you know, finding a solution, how to make things work with others, or there's just so much, somebody here is just so confused. It's like they don't know what to do. They don't know how to feel. They don't know what they, you know, why it didn't work or why it's not working. It's, oh man. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Sudden change, shocking news, a surprise epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Okay, so this person might have gone through a sudden change in their life, some sort of very shocking news that they were confused about, they didn't know how to deal with. Okay, what's the Three of Pentacles? Nostalgia, I'm telling you. This person missing you. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. Romance is blooming, someone likes you. Yeah, this person is really stuck in the past, like maybe this is also somebody that went through a divorce. It could be, okay? I don't know. Why is missing you here with nostalgia and some sort of sudden change, shocking news? Nine of Pentacles. When it comes to stability, finances, and somebody moving on or moving forward. So this is about somebody moving on. This has to do with their financial, someone's financial stability, someone's financial dependence, possibly, yeah, a relationship. Yeah, it's even giving me a hint of like someone being financially dependent on another person, okay? Which again, like if this is someone that is yearning for that feeling that they had when they were a child, a feeling like taken care of, and this is someone that has not made the jump from I want a family because it makes me feel stable to I might be alone forever and I need to be independent. They have not made that step, which is difficult because it will make you dependent on a partner, not only for your happiness, but maybe even for your stability in the sense of like financial stability. So this person could have, they could also like this, going towards relationships because you feel like it will make you stable. Like it will give you finances, it will make you financially stable, it will make you feel like you have less worries. Like this is someone that really, they don't want to do it alone. Like they just don't want to. Like this is someone that feels like having a family will solve all of their problems. And it's like, difficult reading, okay? Because I can tell, like, I'm trying to find the right words because I can tell with this person that they are like this because they have not healed themselves, okay? Because they have not gone into the past and really started to find closure and go through that, because I feel like whatever they went through in the past was so painful that they refused to look at it. It's like someone here is just pushing something down, 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 because down there, it doesn't hurt as much. And they can just pretend like it never happened, or it's not there, or it doesn't hurt them. And they're just looking for a replacement. Like they don't want to have to look at it and go like, okay, so maybe I do have to figure it out alone. Maybe I will be alone. Maybe I won't have a family. That saying that out loud is like, no, it can't be like that. You know what I mean? But when you say that and you say it and you mean it, it actually is so powerful, because you give it up to fate in a way, and you also find closure, because you're no longer sitting around feeling in lack, because this is like a lack mindset. As long as you're sitting there thinking that, if I don't have this, then I'm not going to be happy, that's a lack mindset. And then you're not going to find happiness and fulfillment without these things. And of course, it's really hard to tell yourself like, okay, maybe I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. But if you come into that acceptance and you accept it and you say, you know what, maybe I am, and I'm going to accept that the way it is, and I'm going to take it the way it is, and I'm going to live my life like that's going to be my reality, then it changes. Like something just shifts. Something just shifts in your life, because you're no longer sitting around feeling like something is missing, feeling like you need to, go find someone new and go date around and find a replacement. You're no longer doing those things because you're content. Right? This person here, obviously they have not healed. They have not done that, and it's very hard for them. No, they don't have the strength. No, they don't. They don't have the strength here. They're not a strong person. Like, not a strong person as like, I don't want to say their character is weak, but like they don't have the strength. Like something within them is very fragile, I guess you could say. It's very fragile. And that's just, that we have to accept that as well. There are people that don't heal because for them it's too painful. They can't deal with it. They can't look at it. It also could be like they don't feel strong enough alone. Like some people, they just don't have the strength to do everything alone. Maybe they don't have the personality to do everything alone. I don't know. This person feels like they're not strong enough, which is, again, giving me dependence on others. Like they feel like they need other people. They're not strong enough alone. And that's exactly probably what they're supposed to be healing, but they're not going to look at it. I don't feel it. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. What's temperance here? I mean, I kind of already know what temperance is, but yeah, they're unhappy. I can't make it up. They're not happy. There's no expansion, no joy, no enjoying each other. Yet it's coming out on temperance, which is like, this is this illusion. This is this fantasy world of like safety bubble. If I have a family, I'm going to feel balanced and whole again. I'm going to feel whole. I'm going to feel balanced. My emotions are going to be balanced. I'm going to feel safe. They're not happy though. There's no happiness here. It's an illusion that they're telling themselves, right? You know what this is kind of like? It's kind of like, to put it into better words or put in a different perspective, it's kind of like when girls, and this is really sad to watch, when girls or women, they believe that like, okay, if I just go to the gym 3 days a week and I just cut down on my food intake and I just starve myself, and then I just, I don't know, do all these crazy skincare things, then I'm going to feel good about myself. I'm going to feel confident. If I just, only drink spinach smoothies every morning, and if I just, have this really strict diet and routine and workout routine, then I know I'm going to feel good about myself. And you watch that, and these are girls. If you're telling yourself, if you're as a woman telling yourself that you need to work out and you need to drink spinach every morning and you need to you know, I don't know, do like a crazy skincare routine every single day to feel good about yourself, that tells me you don't feel good about yourself. You feel like you need to change something about yourself to feel good about yourself. That's reminding me of this because it's like, you're not going to be happy with yourself until you're happy with yourself the way you are right now. You need to love yourself and be happy with yourself and forgive yourself right now. Or dieting and working out or doing the skincare is not going to change how you feel about yourself. You have to be happy with what you have right now, or you will, it's like the mindset, it's a lack mindset. Because just if you lose 5 pounds and, you know, you've got 3 less pimples in your face, you're still going to have the lack mindset. It's still going to be there like, well, why do I, you know, I reached all my goals, but I still feel empty inside. It's because the lack of love for yourself is still not there. It's like you worked on your outer, you worked on your body, you worked on your physique, but you didn't work on how you feel about yourself. And how you feel about yourself has absolutely nothing to do with your face or your body. Because we're not looking in a mirror 24/7. If you're looking in a mirror and that's how that is how you are basing how you feel about yourself, you're never gonna feel good about yourself. You have to feel good about yourself even when you're not looking in the mirror. And some of these girls, right, or these women, when they're not looking in the mirror and they can, you know, oh, well, I like this about myself and I don't like that about, they're sitting there going like, oh, I don't feel good enough. I don't feel confident. I feel like everyone looks better than me. Then you go on Instagram, you're doom scrolling, right? You're comparing yourself to others. It's that kind of a, that's kind of like giving me this. I mean, this person could be that way also, because it's giving me kind of like that kind of a personality type where somebody has an issue with their soul and with their heart, right? That's where the problem lies. That's where the chip part is. But it's like looking for something on the outside of you, thinking it's going to make you feel better about your situation. And it's not. It's not. Like anybody can tell you. I mean, I can even tell you, like if I go to the gym, I went to the gym 2 months in a row, and afterwards I didn't necessarily feel better about myself. I started feeling better about myself when I started saying, well, you know what, fuck the gym. I don't care. I love my body how it is. Right? Okay, so that's where it starts. It's like you have to do and that's easier said than done. I understand that. Like I totally get that. That is way easier said than done. And it takes a lot of work, right? But this is somebody that's doing something similar, but it's like, it's a family wound, okay? Yeah, I didn't know this was going to be such a, like, you know, an emotional reading. Okay, I was not expecting that, but I guess it is for someone here. So I don't know, maybe in the collective, some of you guys might be, you know, struggling with something like this. And it's not anything to run away from, okay, or suffer through, because I feel like everybody to an extent does this. And maybe I just see things like very logically and objectively, but I also have like no water in my chart. So that could also be that I just, you know, I can see these things in a different way a little bit, right? But it's like, I understand that not everyone is like that, right? And a lot of people feel very deeply and have a hard time with these kind of emotions. And pulling out the trauma, like pulling out where it hurts and actually like really changing it. And it starts with the mind. So the mind is the most powerful thing that you have, okay? What's the Seven of Swords? The Seven of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Yeah, like, again, this Seven of Pentacles is really giving me like all of the things they feel like they have to work on in order to get this, in order to reach the goal. This is like the strategy of like how I'm gonna lie to myself and trick myself into happiness, right? It's like, well, first I need the husband, then I need the kids, then I need to get a new haircut, then I'm going to change my wardrobe, then I'm going to lose 5 pounds, and then I'm going to feel great about myself. It's not going to work. That's not how it works. But that's how somebody sees this. They see it as like a to-do list, like a checklist, right? And maybe it's because when I was, a couple of years ago, I read a lot of books about Stoicism, right? So I wouldn't consider myself a Stoic, but I did, adapt maybe a lot of those philosophies into my life, right? I do find that there's a lot of truth in Stoicism. And one of the main basis of Stoicism is basically like, if you want to be happy in life, you have to be happy with absolutely nothing, right? Or, you have to be happy with how it is, what it is, and what you have, and no expectations, right? Because you can sit in a mansion and you can have a rich husband and you can have 5 kids and 2 dogs and you can be so fucking unhappy, okay, and hate your life. And you can live under a bridge and you can live in a tent and you can, just, hang out there and dangle your feet above the water every day and you can be really happy. So it's a mindset. It's not about how much you have. And I feel like that's the curse of this. I feel like that's a curse in our world. I'm not going to say generation because I feel like this has been probably going on since the beginning of time, but it's like basing your happiness on what you have and what you see and what we look like, and losing kind of touch about what is joy, what is contentment. Okay, I feel like pure happiness comes from contentment. Yeah, and not always thinking about what you don't have, what you still need, okay? Yeah, it's like that's a curse almost that you put on yourself. So tell me about the moon. The sun in reverse. Someone here is depressed. Someone here is unhappy. Underneath it all, they're unhappy. Secretly, they're unhappy. This is someone that pretends they're happy, they're not. They pretend to be happy, they're not. And it's really sad. It's actually a really sad reading because I feel like this person, they need to look at why they feel this way. And it's like, it comes from how they feel about their self. It's like, what is it? What is it in them that they need to look at? Oh my God, I can't make it up. The Hermit, it's within. The Hermit is about going within, seeking the answers from within. The Hermit is someone that isolates and seeks inner wisdom. This is somebody that is not looking within. They're not searching within. I feel like they're not looking at the past, in the sense that they're probably bringing up certain memories from the past, but they're not thinking about them. Like they're not reflecting on why these memories make them feel this way, why it gives them certain emotions, what they feel like they're missing when these emotions come up, right? Like there's something here about this person going within. That's what they need to do. That's their advice, is to really go within. Like it's going to be different for everyone. That's why I can't find an example. I can't. But there's something within them that they need to pull out about why they're so unhappy, what they feel like is missing in them, and what they're doing in their life externally to try and replace it so that they don't have to heal it, okay? Because I feel like this person looks for outside, it's like looking for outside stimulus, right? To kind of distract from how they feel on the inside. And it's never going to make them happy. It's never going to make them happy doing that. Never. I mean, this is like, even like, going through a divorce and then getting into a new relationship because you're trying to replace the pain of the divorce and not going through the divorce. It's like, even if this isn't a child and a mother, it's giving me parents, child, but it could also be someone as an adult that then is doing that with their relationships as well. It's like not dealing with the breakup, not wanting to look at the pain, but going back to the pain all of the time and holding on to it, holding on to how it made you feel, holding on to how that first year was amazing, and then the betrayal and the pain, and then going into the next relationship and trying to replace the partner with a new partner. It doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't. It's really giving me hangman in reverse. Like, someone here is just stuck doing the same thing over and over again because they hold on to the pain, but they don't want to release it, and they don't want to reflect on it, and they don't want to find closure. And I don't know how, I like I keep saying, I feel like this person really needs to talk to someone. Like, I feel like this person could benefit a lot from maybe therapy, okay? Like really talking it through with a professional, because I cannot do that here, okay? The world, yeah, they need to find closure. The world is about closure. It's about closing out cycles. This person has gone through a lot of cycles in their life, and all of them are still open. It's like they don't want to close the books, or they don't want to close the chapters. So they're in the middle of the book and they have all these chapters still open, and they cannot. It's like for them, like putting closing the chapter is like too painful. It's like, no, but then it's going to be gone. Like, then it's going to be over. But they're already in a new chapter, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they're already in the middle of writing chapter 12, but they're still thinking about chapter 6 and how it was back then, but they can't close it out. It's like, but there's a feeling in chapter 6 and a memory, and I just want that memory again. I can't close it. It's like something like that. They're having a really hard time with that. They're having a really hard time. Justice. They need to find balance. They really need to balance out their lack mindset. 5 of Pentacles. This person has a really bad lack mindset. And I swear it's probably not just eating through their family life. It's probably also eating through their confidence. Okay, this person is probably very insecure on the inside. Very insecure because they live in a lack mindset of, you know, I don't look good enough. If I don't lose 5 pounds, then I'm not going to look good enough. I won't feel good about myself until I get this facelift. I won't feel good enough about myself until, you know, this and that. It's like, it's not on the outside of them. I swear this person, if they just sat in a room for 30 days straight with no mirror and didn't look at themselves, they would still feel exactly the same way about themselves. It doesn't have anything to do with what they see in the mirror. Yeah, it doesn't. So what's the 8 of Pentacles? The Moon. This is this person's subconscious. What they work towards in their life, everything that they do, everything that they put work into in their life, and what they try to master comes from this subconscious yearning that they feel. Everything that they do, whether it's job, whether it's looks, whether it's family, it all comes from this subconscious wounding. This is not someone living a genuine, authentic life. It's somebody thinking that they're mastering themselves, or they're trying to put work in. It's like perfection. Like, look at this. 8 of Pentacles is about perfection. It's when you put so much work into something that you can do it blindly, right? You've mastered it. This person is looking for some level of perfection, mastery, and I feel like they want it like, I want to look perfect. I want the perfect family. I want the perfect life. And when everything is perfect, I'm going to be happy. There's no such thing as perfect, though. And they're chasing this dangling carrot that they're literally dangling in front of themselves, that they have put in their mind that it needs to be that way. And it doesn't. Like, it's actually really sad. Some sort of level, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. This person, they need to go within and think about what in their subconscious, what in their yearning tells them that they need to do this, this, and that to feel perfect, or they need to, you know, chase some level of perfectionism. Or like even, I mean, it's really sad, but that's what it's giving me. It's like, if I just work on myself, if I just have the perfect face, if I just get fillers and Botox, and if I just, you know, do a facelift and I just do this and that, then I will feel then I'll be perfect. You're never going to feel that way. If you feel that way right now, you're never, it doesn't matter what you do on your face, you will never feel good enough. You won't ever feel good enough. It's like, this is the illusion. The moon is illusion. This person lives in a safety bubble of illusion of, okay, I don't feel happy because I don't have this yet, right? It's like, that's how this person is avoiding doing the inner work, is because they're chalking it up to something else. It's like, oh, well, I'm unhappy and depressed because I don't have the family and the life and this and that. I'm unhappy because I just need to lose 5 pounds. It's like, that's the illusion. The illusion is I'm going to be happy when I have that. That's not true, right? Because true happiness starts with, well, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit heavier right now, maybe. Okay, maybe I need to, you know, I got a double chin sometimes. Okay, whatever. Okay, so maybe I don't have a relationship right now. I'm single, but I still love my life. I'm happy the way it is. I don't feel like I need to lose 5 pounds. I like my body the way it is. Like, that's true happiness. Happiness is not like a, people confuse happiness for that rush of like the chemicals in your body, right? It's like, I'm happy when I'm like laughing so much and I'm having all these like, what's the happiness hormones or whatever, right? That's not happiness. That's not true happiness to me. True happiness is when you don't feel like you're in lack, when you're content. Like, contentness to me is happiness. Right? It's because you're happy with whatever you have and wherever you are, and you're not hung up on what you don't have, right? You're not constantly thinking about what you don't have and you're in lack. This person lives in an illusion, in a sense. Okay, it's sad. An engagement ring, a partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union, engagement ring. Yep, that's what they do. That's what they do. They run after the ring. They run after the engagement ring. They run after the commitment, and they think that, hey, as soon as I have a ring, I'll be happy. Right? It's like even trying to force someone to marry you. You know, it's like buying, like, from what I've seen, you know, in other people's dynamics around me, it's like forcing someone into an engagement without even getting engaged. It's like this man didn't even engage. It's like the woman went out and bought the ring or got the ring and then just put it on and was like, okay, we're engaged now. Like, stuff like that, right? It's like, yeah, it's like just deciding, like, I'm just going to wake up and decide that this is how my life is going to be. And then the man is just going to do what I say and come along with it because we're going to be a happy family now. Surprise. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. But everybody needs to know what they're doing. I mean, it's just sad. Two of Swords in reverse. Anything else we need to know about that? The Four of Cups. Yeah, this person, they feel rejected, or they're unhappy. They're always unhappy. Queen of Wands, always unhappy. Don't feel fulfilled. They feel like they need an they need someone, they need something to feel good about themselves. And it's kind of weird that it's coming out with an engagement ring. It's like, it's really giving me like someone that I know, really. Like, that's why I know that this exists. Like, some people might think this is like, oh no, like, that's not, like, I've never heard about people doing that. I've seen this like in, you know, my own close circle of somebody that has done exactly this. It's like they wanted to replace, they wanted a replacement family. They couldn't deal with their parents' divorce. They were in college, got pregnant. Oopsie, did I not tell you I'm not on birth control? Whoops, okay. Because they desperately wanted a baby and they desperately wanted it right now. And then they went out and then they got themselves a ring and they put it on and they were like, okay, we're engaged now because I'm pregnant. Like that kind of stuff. It's like, it wasn't, in this person's case I'm talking about, it wasn't even to trap the man directly. It wasn't because they wanted to trap the man. It's like, oh, you're going to stay with me, that's why I'm going to get pregnant. That's not why it was. It was literally because this person thought that this would make them feel better, that this would make them feel good. It would make them feel whole again. It would make them feel like they're a family. It would make them feel like they're achieving in life, like they're reaching goals in life. Like, oh, my goal is to have a family and have a husband and have a child and have a college degree and then get, you know, they're seeing their life like a culmination of milestones, and they're just trying to check it off as fast as they can because they feel like when they reach all those goals, they're going to be happy. So, you know, this person, they didn't get pregnant like that during college and have 2 babies, even though they should have, like, you know, gotten things done in order maybe, because it would have been a lot easier, even financially. It wasn't to trap the man. It was because they wanted it right now and they just really want to feel like they're a family. Like they just had this yearning. The parents had just gone through a divorce. It was like, I need this right now to feel like I have a family again. It's like, I don't even feel like they did it consciously. It was a super subconscious thing, but I definitely saw the parallels in that situation. And it's like working towards an engagement ring. Like I said, it's like, I'm gonna make this happen. I want a ring. I want a family. I want to be married because my mind is telling me that when I get that and when we have that, it's going to be perfect. Totally losing sight of, you know, is this really the man that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Is this even really healthy? You know, could this end in divorce? Like, do we want to go through a divorce? Could we pay for a divorce? And then it's like, why are you getting married? Like, getting married because you want the wedding and not the marriage. You know, it's that kind of a thing. It's like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this because when I get this, I know I'm gonna feel better. No. It's delusional. That's not how it is. It's not. Because most of the time you get those things and then what's there? There's still that hole that you're trying to fix, which is, I'm still running after a feeling of stability and security that I felt a long time ago. And I'm trying to recreate that, but somehow it's not being recreated because I have not dealt with the pain that was in that chapter. Okay, so anything else here for the collective? The 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. How interesting. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, you know, it's kind of interesting because the person that I'm referring to is also an earth sign. So that I know that was like this. Yeah, closing out the past. Something about closing out chapters from childhood. Finding closure from the past. Someone here has not found closure from the past, okay? That's what this whole reading is about finding closure from the past. And that, you know, I feel like someone here has a hard time doing that. Like they just, and something about losing 10 of Pentacles, like, yeah, there could be like whoever this is, they could have like a very strong reaction to not getting what they want. Like, how should I say this? Capricorn energy. The Seven of Swords, someone here that is trying to manipulate something and get away with something here. High Priestess in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse. Why is the High Priestess in reverse? Somebody is seeing something clearly here about somebody being stressed out about a gift being given to multiple people, multiple children, or a gift being given to a child. Like maybe there was an engagement ring, marriage. Maybe there was a gift that was given to someone for marriage. Like, I don't want to name drop. I don't want to be this is really weird. It's really giving me that person here, Chariot, the Tower, because this person in my life, Justice in reverse, yeah, they're something that was unfair, okay? So I don't know why I'm being called to speak it, okay? Something could have been going on that was, you know, similar to someone here, but this person, they developed a bit of an entitlement complex, okay? Because their entire reality now was about how they envision it and how they want it. And it was like, you know, it wasn't anymore about really what do other people want, like even in the sense of like when you're, you know, in a relationship and you're having children and you're getting married, the other person was no longer being considered. Like, do they want to have a kid right now? Or do they want to have two kids back to back right now? Do they want to get engaged right now? It wasn't in, this person did not consider anyone else anymore. All they considered was, well, I want this right now, and this is going to make me feel better. And there was another story, which is weird with engagement coming out like this and a gift, because this person, the way that they decided about going and getting engaged was by taking a family heirloom ring from the mother and basically putting it on and saying, this is my engagement ring, now I'm engaged. This ring was not from the man. It was not a proposal. It was basically this person deciding, I'm going to be engaged now, and I'm going to take this ring and it's going to be mine, and now I'm engaged. The man had not asked for marriage, the hand in marriage, okay? It was like a bunch of things where I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you can't just take a family heirloom from the mother and then just call it engagement ring and then just announce you're engaged. Like, there was no proposal. It was weird. Like, which is, that could be another thing that you're dealing with, something like that. It's like this, it's a little bit strange, okay? Yeah, the lack mindset. Seven of Wands, lack mindset. Nothing is ever enough. Nothing is good enough. I want all of it for myself. I don't want to be, it's like, this is a big wound. This person has a big wound, okay? They get very, very defensive, extremely defensive, and they feel like it's never enough. Like, they don't want to end up, you know, having nothing. And it's like, that comes from this mindset of like, I feel like I need more to be happy. Which, you know, I don't know, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here is like, also this could be even coming up like about inheritance, like family inheritance, family heirlooms, because this person always feels like they will be happy when they get this, this, and that. They need this, this, and that to be happy. If they don't get that and that, then they're not going to be happy. And that's the same kind of energy. It's like an entitlement complex, or it's like a lack mindset. It's a like, I need this, I want this because I need it to feel happy. And if I don't get it, then I'm not going to be happy because this is what I want. Yeah. Difficult personality type. Yeah, some sort of communication here or something that was said that might have been very confusing. Maybe someone was confused about some sort of communication. Okay, I don't know why. Why is someone here confused about some sort of communication? Why is someone confused about communication? A Capricorn. If someone was confused about a Capricorn, the High Priestess. Why is someone confused about a Capricorn? Because there was something that was being lied about. There was somebody that was confused or couldn't understand the truth about somebody trying to find a solution. Somebody trying to find a solution here. Somebody being deceptive, trying to find a solution. What? The Emperor. Was confused about a Capricorn. Okay, anything else that needs to be clarified when it comes to that? It has to do with a phone call. The Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Communication, fast communication. This could be text messages or a phone call. That's what I'm getting about that. Okay, what needs to be clarified here when it comes to this phone call? About somebody not going within, about something, inner strength. Knight of Cups, because they're being given something, the truth about a message. About a message, about a proposal. The truth about some sort of a message surrounding a proposal. Okay, so maybe that's this engagement ring thing. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, you could be dealing heavy Capricorn energy here. Some sort of text messages, communication about somebody taking a risk towards a proposal. So maybe there's someone in your life that got engaged and it made you kind of wonder, like, why? Okay, I don't know. Page of Cups, a proposal. Yeah, it's a gift. It's a proposal. It's a gift and a proposal. King of Cups. That is so fucking strange. Okay. Yeah, okay. Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yeah, so... yeah. Proposing to someone. A King of Cups proposing to someone. Proposing to a Queen of Pentacles. Three of Swords. The Page of Cups. Bad memories of the past with some sort of communication. Bad memories of the past with some sort of communication. Okay. Anything else? And then I'm going to close out this reading, I think. Eight of Cups. And the Queen of Wands keeps coming out the bottom. So we have a Queen of Pentacles here, Queen of Wands. Somebody walking away from a proposal. With a proposal, Page of Cups, walking away and a proposal. Or some sort of good news here. Being given something. Being given something. A message. The Tower. Yeah, okay. So it's giving me Hangman, moment of enlightenment. It's giving me some sort of, it's something about a commitment. It's something about a marriage, an engagement, a family wound, okay? And some sort of text messages, phone messages, something like that. The Tower. About maybe you or someone that you're close to, or somebody in the collective, somebody that you are close to, maybe getting engaged, okay, in a way that makes you think that it's not genuine. It's like coming from a family wound or something like that. That's kind of what this whole reading is about. And strength. The Nine of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords, and some sort of lying here. Lying about an investment, lying about an investment. Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy here with death. And somebody buying a ring or investing into a ring. Or getting a ring, okay? Lying about the ring or something like that. Or investing into a ring or buying a ring. It's even like getting a shut up ring. Like I said, like that example that I'm getting here is like somebody not even getting a real ring. They're like getting the ring from their mother's jewelry box and then saying like, oh, now I'm engaged. Like stuff like that. Like going and buying your own engagement ring, and it's stuff like that. The Nine of Cups, because it's what you want, because it's what will make you happy. It's what they desire. It's all about them and what they want. It has no like basis in love or real connection. It's just like, this is what I think. Somebody here is lying or being deceptive or manipulative or calculated or trying to get what they want in a very sneaky way, okay? Yeah, High Priestess, Eight of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. Something about binding someone to someone else, or, you know, the bind of marriage, the bind of children, jumping into something head first, not thinking about long term at all, okay? Just like, yeah, like, let's just, you know, do this right now, and then we'll think about the consequences later, right? So, okay, let's just see. What is the advice here for the collective dealing with the situation? Because I feel like this is not you. So what's the advice for the collective when it comes to this? Someone here is very manipulative, calculated, strength. Heavy Leo energy, okay? Leo keeps coming out over and over and over again. Knight of Wands. So someone's advice in the collective is to look at the pain in the past. You need to look at what hurts you in the past. If you want to be happy, you have to look at the pain, okay? You cannot be healed and have like a festering wound, right? It's kind of like you have to see the pain and the trauma like an open wound, like right here. If you don't do anything to that, it's going to get infected. It's going to turn green. It's going to start, you know, festering. It's going to get bigger. It's going to start hurting. And it's not going to go away. Like you can't walk around saying, yeah, I'm fine. I don't have any pain. It doesn't hurt me at all. And you've got this huge gangrene wound that's like, you know, there's like pus coming out of it. I mean, that's what trauma is. If you want that to heal, you have to actually look at it and start treating it. Like you have to start treating it. And it doesn't go away overnight. You have to actually take care of it, right? And it's the same way with the pain. Like you have to look at it and you have to ask yourself why it's there, right? And why does it hurt? And how have you been living your life trying to ignore this? So that's the advice for someone in the collective. So maybe that's just something to think about as well. Maybe there's a wound for you that hurts as well on the inside when it comes to family, okay? Maybe something that someone has been trying to ignore and avoid and pretend is not there. So I don't know. I hope this reading helps, guys, okay? I hope that it maybe gives some people something to think about or something to heal, something to look at. some sort of closure, possibly, okay? Or taking the first steps towards that and acceptance, right? So that we can all live happy and fulfilled and content lives, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, bye.